I'd like to introduce the persons with me. General Anyo, Chief of Staff, Lieutenant General Glorioso Miranda, the Commanding General, Philippine Army, Major General Arnel de la Vega, Commander of the 6th Division, Governor Pangongay Mango Dadato, Province of Sultan Kudarat, Colonel Bismarck Soliba, Brigade Commander, Police Chief Superintendent, Train Regional Director, Police 12, the officers and the troops of the 1st Mechanized Infantry Brigade, my beloved countrymen. Could somebody please, the commanding officer here, to give the Tikas Pahinga order. Meron akong speech. Alam mo, sayang naman kung hindi ko basang gumawa nito. I do not read speeches. But since it is part of our trouble at present, may I just read it. It is my pleasure to be here today as we honor and commend our brave men and women in uniform who selflessly risk their lives in the name of peace and freedom. As our forces valiantly pursue the mission of quelling rebellion in Marawi City, let me assure our soldiers that the Filipino people is completely behind you in this fight to restore order and maintain peace in Mindanao. I came here to personally recognize the valuable contribution of the 1st to neutralize the enemy. As reinforcement of our operations in Marawi, we have already dispatched the infantry company of the 1st Mechanized Brigade, composed of officers, 3 officers, 62 enlisted men, personnel, and armored vehicles. I am certain that these efforts will play a crucial role as we wrap up our operations in the next few days. The experience of the 1st Mechanized Brigade in facing various threats, groups in Mindanao and Sultan Kudarat will greatly contribute to our efforts to completely crush the rebels hiding throughout the city. I also commend the men and women of the 1st Mechanized Brigade for your commitment in enforcing martial law within the parameters set by the Constitution. I thank you for the efficient handling of 858 operations, 12 of which led to encounters and 676 security checkpoints in various parts of Mindanao. I also salute the personnel of the 1st Mechanized Brigade who gave the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. Let me assure you that I will see to it that the families of the 2 soldiers killed in action during operations last year will be attended to by the government. We are also processing the documentary requirements of the 18 soldiers who were wounded in action in various operations in the past 2 years, especially the 3 who just came from our operations in Marawi City. As we retake the beautiful city of Marawi from the clutches of the enemy, may 3 na to, 2 sundalo. I agree with you, and I'd like to extend my condolences to the family of the brave men. You know, I'm the second president of this republic to declare martial law. Much as I hate it, dalawa lang kami. At hindi maganda yan para sa akin because I would have wanted really peace for my country. Ayaw kong pumatay ng Pilipino at nasasaktan ako every time a Filipino is killed, whether he's an NPA, whether he's a Maguindanao, Maranao, kasi kung maaari lang, mag-usap lang sana. And this is what I really wanted to do. Dito sa NPA, marami kasi silang drama. And every time that they make demands, it is as if they are the ones trying to bargain on a higher level para sila tuloy ang tigas. And in the beginning, I know that some of you were sad, maybe did not like it, but I am a president for peace. I am not a president, a wartime president. And so I did all that I could do. I called for a ceasefire first just to show our goodwill. Pati yung puso natin na gusto talaga natin mag-usap. But they all fouled it up. And to think na sila pa ang maghingi, mas sila naman ngayon ang desperado makipag-usap. At no other time in the history of this country, beginning from maybe Mr. Marcos, na maraming nag-surrender ng NPA in droves and with firearms. Believe me, I've been mayor of the city of Davao for 23 years, and ngayon ko lang nakita na mag-surrender marami at pati armas. Noon mag-surrender yan, pinapatay talaga sila ng mga esparo, sinusundan. But now, ngayon lang sa inyo, karaming nag-surrender dito, pati yung armas nakita ko. So I am again addressing myself to the NPAs. Kayong mga NPA, able-bodied, at kung mag-qualify kayo, both, hindi sabihin na kailangan ko ng bribe, kayong mga sundalo sa New People's Army, kung gusto ninyong sumali sa gobyerno ko, I will take you in as soldiers of the country. And I will in-enlist ko kayo as soldier. Anytime, bumaba lang kayo at mag-train kasi towards the end of the year, Nur Miswari, nung nag-usap kami, offered. I asked him, Nur, are you with me in this republic? Ano ba ito, republika o sisirain natin? We have been fighting for 50 years. Lahat itong ng insurgency, yung Cotabato campaign, just about as the MN noon, then MI. Ngayon, usap lang, hindi natin ito sila kalaban. Because they are talking, and we would like just to talk. Si Nor, mag-usap kami once, makumpleto rin yung mga tao niya. Salamat. Tapos he offered to send 2,000 of his men. Sabi ka, tatay, wag muna. Wag muna, Nor, kasi I do not want, most of them, kayong mga, it's not good to be fighting na hindi nila makuha talaga to, Imoro against Imoro. Let us make them understand first what is this all about. But Sinor is passionate about the structure of federalism. Alam niya kasi sa Mindanao, halo na talaga. Alam nila yan. Na nandito na tayo. Kailangan yung Christians, pati yung mga Moro, talaga mag-usap tayo. Kasi karamihan dito, ako, I come from a mix, Maranao, Cebuano ang tatay ko. Ang nanay niya, Maranao. So galit talaga ako sa kanila, dyan sa Marawi na yan. kung bakit yung mga Maranao, pinayagan yung mga tao, pinapapasok doon at manggulo and bringing a very corrupt ideology. Ang gusto gawin, patayan lang, tapos sirain. Yun lang ang gusto mo sa buhay. That is pure oppression. Eh tayo naman, bakit na may palugi? And to think that they're fighting a republic, hindi naman tayo nagkulang. And not in a million years, manalo sila sa atin. Ang liit itong gera na ito. Were it not for the fact na we are bound by rules, I could flatten Marawi in 2 days. In 24 hours, tapos yan. Tumbayin ninyo lahat yung hulog mo natin ng bomba mo. At sabi ko nga, we are governed by rules because we are a republic. A democratic republic. Kaya tayo natagalan, kasi nauna sila doon, sinama naman ng mga taga-Maranao, kaya galit ako. When I was young, I used to go to that Lake Lanao. When I used to visit my grandmother sa Lanao del Sur, kita ko yung Lake Lanao, kung nakita nyo. Kaganda na lugar nung high school ako, I remember din. Galit ako nitong mga Maranao. Nagdala doon ng ibang klaseng tao, yung iba hindi pa Pilipino. Ay, naku. Pero kung sabihin mo na manalo sila, not in a million years, kaya natin yan. But alam mo, may order talaga tayo. Just na walang collateral damage, walang inosente mamatay. Nandoon na sila eh. Nakapwesto na sila bago tayo pumasok. Yung casualties natin may mag-usap. Yung nanay ni Maude, sabi ko, no, I will not talk anymore kasi marami na ang sundalo ko namatay. Marami na ang pulis ko namatay. Butang ina, huwag mo akong bulahin dyan, usap-usap na yan. Not anymore. Pagkatapos dyan, mag-usap tayo. Right after, pag naubos sila lahat dyan, then I will talk to the new generation. Sabi ko, maranawan ba tayo? Sige, mag-usap tayo. Bakit sisirain mo yung lugar mo? Gago pala kayo eh. Ba't ka magdala doon ng mga ISIS? Foreign, ang gawain lang noon, patay ng tao, tapos magsira ng, yun lang. And they expect us to talk to them. I'm only willing to talk to Norm Iswari of the MNLF, Murad, ang NPA. Just give me the document na signed by the Norwegian government also. Because they offered the goods offices for us to talk to them. So, ibigay mo yung dokumento at mag-usap tayo. Kung wala yan, we have been fighting, I said, for 50 years. You want us to fight for 50 years? Ganun ang gusto ninyo. Toryo yan sa Pilipino to be there for 50 years. But pag ayaw na yun, di sige. If that is what you want, we can fight another 50 wars. But you cannot just itong republika na ito, bababuhin mo ng gira-gira, karami ko nang namatay na sundalo. So, wala. I'm sorry, but we have to fight. But kung sabihin mo, manalo talaga tayo. Karami natin. Wala man silang matanggi yung gano'n, walang truck. Maglakad pa sa bukid. Puro alimatok ang kumakapit sa katawan, may rise. Wala sila. This is just a disturbance. It's not really the entire Philippines. It's limited to Lanao. Dito yung mga NPA, ragtag naman. Mahilig lang kasi mag-ambos. Pero that's about it. Yung sinong sundalo dito may anak 4 o 5? 4, 5. Kaya pauwiin ka agad ngayon. Kasi pag punta ako sa ospital, magtanong ako, Bata, taga saan ka? Baga, Tugigaraw, sir. Kinang Ilocano. Ilang anak mo? Sir, 4. Pagpin ko sa Purple Heart, sabihin ko, huwag ka nang bumalik dito, ha. Paglabas mo sa ospital, umuwi ka na. Ako nang bahala doon sa general mo, sabihin, ako na magbigyan kita ibang trabaho. Kaya kayo, kung sobra, wala, uwi. Sino? Sabi ng totoo. Puro bakakon. Kasali niyang anak ninyo sa labas, ilan? Or yun, no? Masyado kasi awa ako eh. Alam mo, tanungin mo si John Anyo. Mahulo man o magkagayan, tinatanong ko na ilang anak mo. Pag magsabi 4, uwi ka na. Retire ka na, bigyan kita ibang trabaho. Gusto mo bouncer sa nightclub para busy ka. Mag-dutain mo na medyo ako. But, you know, may nakita na ako na kunting pera. I promised you that I will set up a foundation independently of the ordered benefits na nakuha ninyo. Ito para lang talaga sa edukasyon. Hindi sa pagkain. Para ito sa edukasyon lang ng mga anak ninyo. Buhay o patay, na makita mo na may nakita na akong 20 billion. Madagdagan ko lang before my end, the end of my term. If I can just raise another 30 billion, okay na kayo. Okay na, yung kita lang yan. Hindi ko ibigay na sa mga ano yan. Bigay ko diretso ko sa bangko. Ibangko ko. That 50 billion we can take care of the education of all of your children. Hindi yan, independently akong mag-retire ka dyan. No. Basta ito yung, this will assure. Kung nasa labas ng kapwa, you save it for the next, yung mga apo. But wala na kayong problema dyan sa edukasyon sa mga bata. So yan ang, I promise you, there is already the 20 billion. Over the years, dagdagan ko na lang para sigurado. Hindi ninyo maubos yan, 50 billion sa interest. It's about, malaki. Sili, mga 70 million. Hindi na ninyo maubos yan. Ilan man lang rin ang sundalo natin. That I can assure you. At saka, yung anong kailangan ninyo na hindi maibigay ng command, baka makatulong ako. Anytime. Just call me. Sa lahat ng mga wounded personnel, mayroon yan silang card, pati yung cellphone. But if you can just, alam na mga sundalo yan, Bongo, my aide, or anybody, gaya ko card, yung card na binibigay ko. Kung ano mang problema ninyo, hindi niyo ma-solve. Kagaya na idemanda kayo dahil babae kayo, dalawang anak. Ay, kung mademanda na kayo, bigami, huwag ka lumapit sa akin, kaya pareho ang kasalanan natin. Ito ito yung card, piluin ko. So, ito yung front, piluin ko. Ito yung tawagan niyo sa left. Si Bongo. Itong left, i-triangulo mo lang. Kung anong problema mo, tapos hindi kaya o kailangan mo ng tulong talaga, tawagan mo na ako. Pag wala ako, sabihin na busy ako, I'm not inside my office, I'm out in the field. Just leave me your name and your rank and yung unit ninyo. And I will call you. Clear? Clear? lakasan ninyo. Clear? Yes, sir. Kasi pag sabi, sir, no, hindi ko nakalimutan ng numero. Kunin na lang ninyo, just scribble it for anything, for any reason. Problema ka. Sa edad mong ganun, bata ka pa, pero ayaw tindig yung uti ninyo. Siguro natin, palaki. Sundalo. So, taguin niyo yan. Let me again kay may salute sa lalo na yung namatay. And I will be there to protect you. Regarding martial law, mga droga, and droga-fueled martial law. Because martial or it was a direct fundraising nila, lahat yung mga Kristiyanos, pati yung Moro, nagmamanufacture ng droga, went into sa... Kaya itong, sabihin ko nga sa mga Moro talaga leader, okay ba kumpiyansa nitong mga balik Islam? Ginagawa lang kayo ng gago niya. Ito yung mga kriminal, that's to seek protection, sumasali dyan. And it's because of the drug money, they were funding the terrorism. So pagka droga, it's part of rebellion. Kasali yan. Kasi yung pera na yan, hinihingi ng NPA, hinihingi ng mga terorista, it is partly responsible for what is going on now. So kasali yung droga because that is what really funded terrorism. Walang pera, tinignan na namin. Ang ISIS napapadala ko konti. Alam mo sinong pinaka-regular na binibigyan ng pera ng mga ISIS? Yung police, si Noblesa, yung babae. She was assigned sa Region 11 sa forensics. Kita namin doon sa yung bangko, transmittal. Yun, isa lang yun, nakita namin. Pero ba wala, dito lang yan. They're funding the drug or protecting the drug para may magasto sila. So that is included in the crime of rebellion now. Part of the arms, part of the funding. And I said, do not be afraid. Wala kayong sagutin. I and I alone. Ako lang ang managot nito lahat. Hindi kayo, ako. At the end of the day, ako ang magpakulong kung nagkamali kayo. Kaya huwag kayong magkamali pagka hindi ka tumatama. Pag tinamaan lahat, tama yan lahat. May tama. Ang mali, yung hindi ka makatama. So ako ang magsagot ng lahat ng tinatamaan ninyo. So just obey your commanding officers. Work hard. Do not die. Do not be shot at mabuhay ka. Mananalo tayo. Maliliit na bagay lang to. Very simple. We can, I said, if we are not a civilized nation, we can finish this war in 24 hours. Because of the soldiers, kunin yung numero, ha? And let me know if you need anything.
Thank you for the inspiring message, sir. At this juncture, may we request the President to join the officers and personnel for a photo opportunity in 4 batches. Let us start first with the Joint Task Force Talakudong. Next pose, the Kamao pose, sir. Thank you, sir. Next, the head